Okay, let me start the recording. Hi guys, welcome to our team call this week. To get started, I want to start again with some recognition and everything. So let me start sharing my screen here. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I do want to shout out two more new coaches who are on the Success Club board. Congratulations, ladies. We have Bonnie Walker and Katie, both helping at least one person. They both have about a little bit more points to get Success Club 5, but they are well on their way. I also want to welcome two more new coaches to the team, Justine and Mackenzie. Mackenzie is actually one of my challengers, and Justine is on the coaching team. So welcome to you, ladies, and without further ado, I also have some housekeeping items that I'm actually really excited about. Again, new coaches, be sure to schedule your individual weekly check-ins with me. Just text me or Facebook message me a day that works best for you if you haven't already done that. And then I also wanted to remind everybody on the team that I am going to be rewarding you guys for different things. So for Success Club, I'm going to give you, this is the best picture I could find, but a personalized water bottle, and I'll probably choose the blue color, and just for a team water bottle, just kind of a reward. And the prize might change every month. Sometimes I do t-shirts, sometimes I do water bottles, sometimes, you know, different Etsy gifts, I guess. And then for rank advancements, I'm going to do these colored bracelets. So if you advance to Emerald, for example, you'll get a green one, for Ruby, a red one, and they look really cute when they're stacked together. And so if you want to get one of those, then that's kind of just a little extra push to rank up. And then, of course, for Diamond, you get this big, huge diamond in the mail. It's kind of cool. I use it as a paperweight. You can use it for decoration, whatever. It's just kind of cool and reminds you of your diamond rank, because that's a pretty big accomplishment. So that is what I wanted to remind you guys of. So again, really important, new coaches, message me and pick out a day for your weekly check-ins. And those weekly check-ins are just 4 questions that kind of make you think about your week and what went well, what didn't go so well, and how I can help you. And that also helps me kind of pick out a topic for the weekly calls. And this week's topic is the law of attraction, or, you know, believing in yourself, like I typed in the little picture. But the law of attraction is something that a lot of people don't know about, or maybe they've heard about it and they have no idea that they actually know what it is, because it's hard to understand. And so I'm going to do my best to give an explanation of it. But I also want to start out by saying that this is such a broad topic and there's so much to learn. So at the end, I am going to give you a few more places that you can go find more information if you want, just so you know. So this is going to be an overview, and hopefully I can go a little bit in depth to where you can actually understand it and start using it to affect you and make everything better for you. So the first thing I want to say about it is don't knock it till you try it. Some of this may sound like woo-woo-y or kind of odd. And when I first heard of it, I actually kind of did have a problem with understanding it, or just not knowing how it would fit into my life. But then I thought, would I rather try this thing that sounds weird and have something good happen to me? Or do I want to miss out because I think it's weird? So you really don't have anything to lose. And it's just going to, if anything, your life is going to get better from trying this. So you have nothing to lose, no matter how odd or how, you know, terrible I explain it on this call, I guess. I would really encourage you guys to try it out, because it's really cool concept and kind of theory. So just give it a try. Don't knock it till you try it. I actually discovered this law of attraction when I was watching a movie that is on Netflix, and it's called The Secret. There's a lot of top coaches who have recommended to watch it, and it's like an hour and a half. It was a really quick watch, and it was really interesting, and kind of got all the gears in my brain turning, because I was like, I want to know more, and I've just like been researching it all week. And so I was really excited to kind of share this with you guys. So like I said, the top coaches have recommended to watch this, and obviously they are the top coaches for a reason, and if they're recommending this, it's because it helped them And so it can help us too, and we can eventually be in their position. So what is the law of attraction? Basically, the law of attraction says that you can bring anything into your life as long as you believe it's going to happen. And the reason I was kind of like on the fence about this was because I'm a Christian, I believe in God, and I believe that God will bring into my life whatever he wants to. But I actually was, as I was doing my research this week, I found that a lot of Christians believe in this too. And obviously, if I am, God said, ask and you shall receive. You might have heard some of these quotes, maybe you haven't, but they're all referring to the law of attraction. And there's a lot of places where it's mentioned. It comes from Buddha, but it also is found in the Bible. And, ask and you shall receive is a Bible passage. And that kind of like made it a little bit more understandable for me. And so I gave it a shot. And so you might have heard some of these quotes. What you think about, you bring about. Ask and you shall receive. Thoughts can become things. This is a really popular one, that happiness is a choice, or you choose your feelings. And a lot of people like to argue that one, but I also believe that is true. And I believed that before I found the law of attraction, but moving on. Imagination is everything. It is a preview of life's coming attractions. And that is a quote from Albert Einstein. So he's obviously a very successful and popular name. And if he said it, then he's pretty successful, and I want to be as successful as him. So there are a lot of other big names that have understood the law of attraction or have tried to tell people about it. And so I just have a few here that will kind of give you an idea. And these are actually taken from the movie on Netflix. And I thought they were really interesting quotes. So the secret is the answer to all that has been, all that is, and all that will ever will be. And that was by Ralph Waldo Emerson. And I don't know if the movie is named after the secret that he's mentioning or what, but these are just kind of some quotes that got my gears spinning. Oprah Winfrey is a really big believer in the law of attraction. I like this quote because it says, be thankful for what you have, you'll end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you'll never have enough. And I kind of go into this in more depth later in this call. So I thought that was interesting by Oprah. Keep in mind for later. Martin Luther King Jr. He said, take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase, just the first step. And I'm guessing that you might have heard this quote before, but basically he's saying you don't have to see the future, but all you have to know is where you want to go. And eventually you'll get there, because vision is everything. If you have your mindset on something, that's going to control your thoughts. And the law of attraction says what you think about, you bring about. And so he's just saying you don't have to know what's going to happen. You just have to think about what you want. Buddha said, all that we are is the result of what we have thought. That's pretty straightforward. And then here's the Albert Einstein quote. And he actually has a lot more. If you just Google law of attraction, there are a lot of quotes from him about this. So I thought that was interesting. So the law of attraction is always working, just like the law of gravity is always working. You're not going to wake up tomorrow and you're not going to be floating. The law of gravity is always in action, and you'll always be on the ground. But this means that your mind is always working. So everything is at work all the time. If we believe that what you think about, you can bring about, then 100% of your thoughts are attracting things into your life. And they can be good things or bad things, because you have good thoughts and negative thoughts. So this is why people say that you can choose happiness. If you're always thinking bad thoughts and you're thinking that bad things are going to happen to you, then that's what you're attracting into your life. So guess what you're going to get? You're going to get more bad things. Have you ever woke up in the morning, let's say you missed your alarm, and so you have a rush morning and you ran out of toothpaste, so you had to squeeze a little bit out of the tube, and then you got stuck in traffic, and it just kind of seemed to snowpile, and the whole time you're getting angrier and angrier. The reason that you're having such a bad day and it's snowpiling is because you're having bad thoughts that just keep piling up also. So the same thing can be said where if you're having a bad day and you have a good thought and you decide, okay, enough of this, I want to be happy, I want to enjoy my day. I've had that a lot where I'm just in a bad mood, and then I can decide that I want to start enjoying it. And if I decide to start focusing on the positive things, then instantly the rest of my day gets better. So your thoughts that are good or bad can come from two places, and there's your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. Your conscious mind is your rational mind. It's like what you're thinking about right now. And it can only focus on one thing at once. And, it can only focus on one thing, and it's what is reality kind of thing. Subconscious, on the other hand, doesn't know what's truth and what's false. So this is the part of your mind that stores everything in your memory and your imagination. And it's kind of like it says, it's a filing cabinet, and it just stores everything that's been going on throughout your entire life. So we have the subconscious versus the conscious. Like I said, the conscious mind is more of the factual side, and it analyzes and thinks, and it just stores short-term memory. And that's 10% of your brain or your mind, not necessarily your brain. But then the 98% is your emotions and your feelings, habits, addictions, all the things that kind of determine your thoughts and your actions and reactions. And that's your subconscious mind. And that's important to know because those thoughts, you need to know where they're coming from and how you can control them. So I put this quote in: don't be pushed by your problems, be led by your dreams. Because just like Oprah might have said, if you're always thinking about what's bad and what you don't want in your life, that's what you're going to get more of. So instead of thinking about your problems, think about your dreams and all the good things that have happened or will happen, and that's what will happen in your life. So paradigms is a big term, and sorry if I hope this is making sense so far. It's a kind of a rabbit hole subject, and so I tried to squeeze as much into our short amount of time. But your paradigms is basically how you are programmed or conditioned in your lifetime, and it's basically what you have been told to believe or what you have learned to believe. So it's how you view the world, how you view others, how you act on a daily basis, how you react to different things going on in your life, and what you love and hate, and yada, yada, yada. So the good thing is that everything that you've learned can be reprogrammed. So let's say, for instance, that, this is the easiest example that I could think of. Racist, kids aren't born racist, but if they have racist parents, they will grow up eventually and they will have that kind of twisted paradigm. But the good thing is that you can control it. So I have some more examples, sorry. If you were born poor and your parents you were hearing them always arguing about money or the debt they were in, or they're always like turning you down for toys that you wanted because money was so hard to come by, and that was what was ingrained in your mind as you grew up, then that's going to affect how you live your life now and the decisions that you make now and how you think about money now. Same thing if you were born rich, or if you had divorced parents, or if you were told that you were smart, or if you were told that you were dumb in school. Things that you were told when you were younger is what affects you now as an adult or as you were growing up. So whatever you are now was shaped by what happened in the past. Like I said, you can reprogram that. So you are in control of your paradigm, whether you're in control of how it was formed or not. So it may take time and effort, but you can do it. So if you want to change your results or the way you are in life right now, then you have to change your paradigms. And your paradigms are part of your subconscious brain. So it's part of the thing that doesn't know what's true or what's not. So I wanted to put in an example. Even if you are a Beachbody coach that knows every single program, knows every single promotion that we have going on, every single rule, how the math system works for commissions, even if you know all of that, that doesn't mean that you're going to be a successful coach, because you could have all the knowledge and all of the charisma in the world, but if your paradigm isn't shifted correctly, then you're never going to have the right results because it hasn't shifted in the right way. So your paradigm will determine your results. So I want you to think of your paradigm. I know paradigm is kind of like, I haven't given you a definition of it. So I want you to think of it like radio waves. If you're in your car and you're driving and you hit AM, you're never going to pick up an FM station because you're not on the right frequency. If you're not on the right frequency, there's not a chance that you'll ever come across an FM radio station. So the same thing goes for, if this is an example, if you have a poverty mindset and you're thinking like, I'll never get out of debt, I'll never have enough money, money is so hard to come by, I don't make enough money in my job. You know, if you keep thinking that, you're going to keep having the same results. You're always going to be in the poverty mindset, and you're always going to be on that same frequency without ever having the possibility of going on the wealth frequency. So unless you change your frequency or your paradigm, your reality will never change. For example, another example is if you think all men are jerks or all men are cheaters, guess what you're going to attract into your life? You're going to attract jerks and cheaters. So do you know someone, I know I do you know someone who's like always being negative and there's always something going on with them, like some kind of drama? And it's because the things that happen to them isn't because like they have such a terrible life. It's because they're always thinking in that mindset like, oh, what's next? I don't know. And it just keeps happening to them because that's what they're attracting into their life. So if you need to change your frequency, you can do this in multiple ways. You attract what the frequency you're on is bringing in. If you don't like your current results, you have to change your thoughts. So how do you do that? Your thoughts come into your conscious mind, get stored in your subconscious in the 90%, and that becomes your paradigm, which affects how you're acting and reacting and the stuff that's coming into your brain or into your life. So you can reprogram that with affirmations, vision boards, and current thoughts. So I want to dive into that a little bit more. So affirmations, you can find a ton of information on this. You can find like different meditations on YouTube and a bunch of different things that will lead you through an affirmation. And that's kind of what I've been starting with because I don't necessarily know how to do it, and I'm guessing you might not either. But affirmations are basically just reprogramming your brain to believe something that, even if it's not true, it's something that you want to be true. So you can stand in front of the mirror and you can say, I am successful. I am making tons of money. I am helping a lot of people. I am well liked. I am popular. I have a nice car. You know, anything. Like if you tell yourself that over and over and over again, eventually your brain is going to think it's true, the subconscious part, and then it's going to reverse into your conscious, and it's going to become true because that's what's in your paradigm. Sorry, I need a drink of water. Vision boards are something that I have really loved. I have had a vision board for a while now, but I'm not sure I have been using it in the right way because I made a vision board without even knowing about the law of attraction, so I'm not sure how it was helping me in the past. But now I know that what you see is what you're focusing on. And if you see something, you're automatically going to have a thought about it, whether it's conscious or subconscious. And when you know where you want to go, you don't have to know how to get there. Like I said, God will put you on the path to get there, or the universe, or whatever you want to believe in. But if you're a fan of like Tony Robbins or Joel Osteen, sometimes Oprah Winfrey, they all are big fans of vision boards because they think that if you have your vision in front of you, then you're going to know where to go and what path to come on. And a vision board doesn't just work by putting a pretty house on a poster board and saying, oh, I'm going to get that someday. I'm going to pack this away now and it'll happen. No, you have to have your vision board somewhere where you will see it visibly, and so you know what your goal is. So I heard something, I think it was in The Secret actually, where if you have a thought into your brain, you have to kind of just follow your gut instincts and say, okay, this is what I need to do in order to get to that end goal. When you are having the law of attraction, it's not that you just think about something that you want and you automatically receive it. You still have to work to get it. And a lot of this, a lot of people who have vision boards think that just because they plastered it on a board, they're going to get it in the future. And that's not how it works. You still have to work, and you still have to listen to the different things going on in your life so that you know what path to follow. And then another thing that I really like about current thoughts is you have to think in present tense. So you can't just say, I will make money, or I will be successful, or I will get a new car. Because if you are always thinking in the future tense, then your goals are always going to be in the future. You're always going to be working for something in the future. So when you're doing those affirmations, say it in the present tense. Say, I have a new car. I am helping a lot of people. I am, whatever you want, whatever your goal is, say it in the present tense so that it can come true now. So like I said, this is kind of a rambling session, and I tried to squeeze in a lot of information, and I'm sure it didn't make sense. So I urge you to go watch The Secret, because everything that I just mentioned will become a lot more clear by watching that video. They actually go into more depth, and they have a lot of experts and celebrities and people who have experienced it in their own lives. And it's a really good movie. And one of the guys in that movie is Proctor Gallagher, and he has his own website and YouTube videos that explain it if you want a shorter version. Terry Savelle Foy is one of my new favorites. She is actually a Christian speaker, and she goes into depth about vision and vision boards, and she actually has a book, and it's free, and she has a lot of resources. And then Tony Robbins is, of course, a really big one for visions. He has a movie called I Am Not Your Guru on Netflix, which is really good. It doesn't necessarily talk about the law of attraction so much as just how you are in control of your destiny. But another one that I got a lot of information from is NWF Motivation, which I probably talk about a lot. That's where I do most of my personal development, but that is a podcast that is free if you have iTunes or iPhone. I'm not sure about Android phones. I'll have to look into that. But he has a whole series on the law of attraction and like the law of action, which is like how you actually put the law of attraction into action. Like I said, it's a rabbit hole. There's lots to learn. But if you want to learn more, ask me or go to these resources, because it's really interesting information. And it will give you an idea of how to actually take control of what you want in life. Like I said, just go, and if you're interested in it, please message me. I hope this was a little more informational than confusing, but I'm looking forward to our weekly check-ins again, as always. I have to go do meal prep, and I still have to do 2 workouts tonight, so I'm going to sign off. If you have any questions, comment on the recording link, and that's all I have for you guys tonight. So I will talk to you later. Have a good week, guys. Bye.